Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to talk about a very interesting SQL function and it will solve a lot of problems that can be solved using window functions, right? And this is not a window function by the way, it is not a qualify if you are thinking, right? It's a different function and you would not have heard about it because it is not available in general databases like MySQL, Postgres or SQL Server, right? But it is available in most of the modern analytics data engineering platforms like Databricks, Snowflake, Athena, DuckDB, all those kinds of modern systems it is available, right? So we will go in depth understanding what problems it will solve, how it can be used to reduce your queries, to reduce your subqueries, and we will understand the different variations of it. There are multiple variations of this function and we will understand all of that step by step, right? So we will start with the problem statement and then we will see how this solves this. So let's assume we have this data, right? So we have our employee table with employee ID, department, salary. Now my problem statement is simple that I want the employee ID with the highest salary, right? So simply how can I do it? I can say order by salary descending, right? And say limit 1. So this is one way of achieving it, right? So it will give me uh, this person 20,000 salary and employee ID 6. Okay, so this is one way of solving this problem. Now let's say now my question is I don't want just the employee highest salaried employed. I want highest salaried employee in each department. Right? So in sales, who is the highest salaried employed and in purchase. So for that, we have to use the row number. So we have to say row number over partition by department and order by salary descending, right? So it will give me salary rank 1 for highest salaried employee in each department, right? So this guy got to 20,000 and this guy got 10,000 right? And then I can say select a star from this where rn equal to 1. So I can create a subquery and do it, right? That you understand, right? Okay. Now what we will do, we will try to solve these two problems using max by function, right? So let me explain what is max by function. So I'll just select from employees and here I will say max by, and similar to max by we have min by. So if you understand max by, you will understand min by as well. So now what we have to do in max by, it takes two arguments. First argument is what value you want. So in my case, I want employee ID. So I will say employee ID I want, right? Now based on which value? So I want based on salary. So what I'm saying here, give me employee ID who has the highest salary, right? So give me employee ID filtered by the maximum salary. This is how you have to read, right? Give me the employee ID filter by the maximum salary. So the employee with the highest salary, for that I need employee ID, right? See, simply if you use max, right? Max will give you highest salary, right? It will not give you employee ID, right? You will have to use subquery and get it, right? So max will give you maximum salary that it is 20,000 and if you do employee ID it will give you maximum employee ID, right? But what max by is doing, it is taking two arguments, right? It is saying that okay, give me employee ID but based on max salary. This is how you have to understand it, right? Employee best high salary, right? So what we should go get in this case, we should get this guy, right? Employee ID 6. So let's see. Let me run this. See, we are getting 6, right? Great. Now let's say my next requirement is I want this max salary, or sorry, employee ID of maximum salary within each department, right? So I want to perform this within each department the way we did using row number. So it is simple. I will just say give me department. What is this department? Yeah, department, comma, okay, and I will do group by. So this is a kind of a aggregate function. This is not a window function, right? This is not a window function. This is an aggregate function, right? So I'm saying group the data based on department. So it will be grouped, and within each group, give me employee ID of employee with highest salary, right? So this is the second variation. Let me run this. So now it is saying in sales, the employee ID 1, right? Employee ID 1 has the highest salary, see 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. And then in purchase department, highest salary is employee ID 6, see 20,000. Right? So this is working fine. Okay, great. Now let's move forward. Now what I want, right? This is fine. I'm getting department name as well as the employee with highest salary. Now what I'm saying, within this, give me the value. So I want all the rows and one more column you give me. Employee with highest salary. So here we will get, let's say for full table, not department wise. So full table, if you see 6. So I want 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. This is how I want to achieve it. So it is simple. I just have to say over full table, like write a window function, right? So I'll just remove it and I will say star, comma, this, right? And let me run this now. Now group by is not required. Okay. Now if you see, I'm getting 666. So what it is doing, it is doing over full table, right? And getting the employee ID with highest salary, which is 6. Now here I can say partition by department. If I do, now within each department it will get it and give it to me. So if you see 111 for sales and 666 for purchase. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Now let's take a very important thing here, that what if there is a tie, right? What if there is a tie? Let me insert one more record in this table. So let me take this and I will say for department employee ID, let's say 8 for purchase, right? For purchase, and let's keep it 20,000. So one guy is already there with 20,000. I'm inserting one more. Okay. Now let's see what it will do, right? So now what it will do, what it will give? It will give me 6 or it will give me 8 because employee ID 8 also has 20,000, right? So let's run this. So now if you see, it is giving me 6, right? And now you will say why it is not giving 8, because both have 20,000, right? So what Databricks documentation says or Snowflake documentation says that in case of tie, it is non-deterministic, which means it can give 6 or it can give 8. You cannot guarantee anything, right? In case of tie, it can sometimes give 6, it can sometimes give 8. It is non-deterministic. Now, if I want to make sure that in case of tie, I want to pick some particular value, let's say based on employee ID, right? So let's say my requirement is, if there is a tie, get the lowest employee ID or highest employee ID, right? So let's see how we can solve it. Now with row number, we could have solved it using order by salary, comma, employee ID, right? So it will break the tie. In this case also, similar kind of thing can be done. So what we will do, we will just say, let me remove this for now, or let it be. So I will say max by employee ID, salary, but here I will say struct, right? So I will pass two values here. See, it takes two arguments, so I cannot pass two arguments, but I can pass a struct. Struct means more than two values I can pass in this. It's a structure, right? I'll say salary and employee ID. right? Now what it will do, it will give me max value of employee ID based on salary, maximum salary. If the salary is a tie, then it will take within that salaries, within those rows, maximum employee ID. So now we will get 8 instead of 6. Right? So if I run this, now if you see, we are getting 8. Right? Because I'm saying max value of salary. If there is a tie, then use employee ID. Right? Now, let's say your requirement is that you don't want maximum salary. I mean, you want maximum salary, but in case of tie, you want the employee ID with lower employee ID, right? So you can use minus. So minus 6 will be greater than minus 8 in this case. So this is kind of workaround. So now if you see, we are getting 6, right? So when we negate the value, it becomes reverse. Okay. Now similarly, there is a min by function obviously. Right? And if I run this, I will get employee with lowest salary. So lowest salary is 3 if you see, and here lowest salary is 5, which is null, right? So it will consider null as well, which is the lowest value. Right? Great. I hope this makes sense. Okay, wait. In case of min, let me remove this. Let me check with salary what it will do. I think with null there should be something else. It should not consider. I'm not sure. Let's see. So I'm just doing simply salary. Let's see what it will do. Okay, so it is giving me 7, right? So it is ignoring the null value, right? So 15,000, 20,000, 8,000, 20,000. So this guy has the lowest salary, min by. So we are getting 7. Now, when we were doing this, right? What it was doing, it is checking salary first, right? And if salary is null, then it is checking the employee ID, right? So if I run it again, right? So null is what? 5 employee ID, right? So that's why it is giving me this, right? So lowest is, in this case, salary lowest is 8,000 and null, right? And then after that, okay, why it is giving me 5? Let's try to understand, right? So I'm saying struct salary, right? Salary is null. So if salary is not there, it will check the employee ID. Okay. Salary is null. Then it will check the employee ID. So it should give me 4, isn't it? So why it is giving me 5? Okay. So let me know in the comment section if you find out. I'm not sure why it is giving me 5. We have to check what could be the reason. Because what I'm thinking is it will be based on salary first. So salary is null here. So it should ignore it completely, right? In the other case. But it is not ignoring here. Okay. So because if we just check employee ID, then it should give me 4, right? But there is some other behavior. You let me know in the comment section. I will also figure out and let you know in the comments later. But I hope you understand how this all of this is working. Okay, great. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. And please do like the video and share with your friends. Thank you for watching this video till here. And if you really liked the video, please make sure you hit the like button because it really motivates me to create more powerful and strong content for all of you. Also, I see a 50% of my viewers are not the subscriber of this channel. So please subscribe because as more subscribers come, I feel more motivated. I feel more energy to create more content, right? So please support me, like the video, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel and keep learning, keep going. Thank you. Have a good day.